Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation to the what if that I created on my stream, and that is what if Team 7 travelled to the past, part 2. Now as usual guys, if you guys can please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and of course follow me on Discord towards I'll leave the link in the description. All you need to do is copy and paste it, add it to Discord, add me, and if it's still pending I'll probably add you at 8:30 or 8 PM New Zealand Standard Time, or I'll add you in the morning when I do my recording, okay guys? And not only that guys, I appreciate you guys all joining my stream and I'm glad you guys are enjoying these what ifs. Bear in mind that Friday is going to be my last day, one of my last days where I actually stream during the week, because I'm going to be making another channel called Dr. Kahu Movie What Ifs, and I'm going to be renaming this channel Dr. Kahu Anime What Ifs, okay guys? So yeah, so join me on both of them, okay? Eventually when I finish the channel, I'll leave the link in the description. And not only that, I'll be making a third channel, Dr. Kahu Gaming, so my gamings that you guys see will be on that channel, okay guys? So cool. But without further ado guys, let's get into this next part of this what if, and that is what if Team 7 travelled to the past, part 2. Now let's begin. So we're going to do a quick recap on what happened previously. Due to the fact that Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and Kakashi are so much more powerful, what ends up happening is the tuning exams fly by like nothing. What ends up happening is Sasuke manages to recorrect the wrong that happened in his past with Rock Lee. Not only that, Naruto interfered with Gaara to the point where Gaara is actually happy. Naruto seals Shikaku away so Gaara can now rest properly. And not only that, when it comes to Orochimaru in the Forest of Death who tried to attack Sasuke and give him the curse mark, Team 7 annihilated him, and Sasuke put a very powerful genjutsu which made Orochimaru more subservient to the Hidden Leaf, okay? So that's what happened, and then after the main tuning exams, really, what ends up going is when the 1 month of training happens, Naruto goes with Jiraiya and masters all the technique that Jiraiya previously wanted Naruto to learn, and instead Naruto reconfirmed with Jiraiya that he is the son of the Hokage and son of Kushina, and that Jiraiya is his godfather and they should practice Sage Mode. So Jiraiya stated that they should go to Mount Miyaboku, and so they went. There's a quick recap. Now let's continue with the story. Now with Naruto being gone from the village, Sasuke and Sakura get to hang out more, but not only that, Sasuke he asks Kakashi if he can do him a favor, and Kakashi goes, "What's that, Naruto? What's that, Sasuke?" And he goes, "Are you able to investigate where Itachi is?" And Kakashi goes, "Well, funny you say that. Thanks to our unique abilities and the fact that we're pretty much locked in a fixed point in time, I can easily teleport through the Kamui dimension, go backwards or forth through certain areas where I last remember or last recall where Obito was. In doing so, I'm actually slowly but surely finding a trail where Itachi is." And Sasuke goes, "Really? You mean that, Kakashi Sensei?" He goes, "Yeah kid, don't you worry, I'll find him for you." And Sasuke goes, thank you Kakashi." And then as Kakashi's about to go, he goes, "Wait a minute, I just remembered, your brother Itachi and Kisame come to the village after the tuning exams, after the Konoha crush." And Sasuke goes, "Oh? That's right." Sasuke goes, "Should I allow him to beat me up this time?" Kakashi goes, "No. What you're gonna do is you're gonna confront him immediately. We'll take out Kisame Hoshigaki right away because he is not a shinobi that's willing to change. At the same time, Itachi himself, we'll get him then, okay?" Sasuke goes, cool, Kakashi Sensei, but what about Danzo?" And Kakashi goes, "Don't worry, I'm dealing with that. I just hope Naruto keeps his mouth shut upon where they're from." And Sasuke goes, Really? Really, you think Naruto's gonna shut his mouth?" And Kakashi goes, "I don't think so." And so what ends up happening is Sasuke trains a little bit, he trains with Sakura and he trains with Kakashi, but Kakashi goes off to do that little scouting mission to try and find where, Itachi is and Obito is. And so we're just going to fast forward all the way into the time where the month is over and the final of the tuning exam begins. Naruto arrives to the village a little bit late, okay? This time he's the Sasuke in the situation. So his and Neji's fights gets held off for a bit. Sasuke fights Gaara, but that won't happen either. Shikamaru fights Tenten and he still gives up against her. Sakura fights a random hidden sound shinobi and beats the hell out of him. Konkoro and Shino battle, and Shino actually wins, taking out Konkoro. And then when it comes to Sasuke vs Gaara, this is when the fight's completely different. Sasuke realized before that when he fought Gaara had so much power, and only that he had no real control. But bear in mind, this Gaara has absolute control, and he's more like his future self, in a sense. So when Sasuke goes to confront Gaara in the battle, it's way more different, not so evil or not so bloodlust. Sasuke actually has fights, and he falls on nostalgia again, and he works on new jutsus. He starts to use mostly shadow clones in a sense, but these are different type of shadow clones, like lightning arc shadow clones. So whenever Gaara's sand destroys them, the lightning goes through the sand and it slightly disconnects Gaara's connection of the sand, only for a brief moment. But Sasuke's only creating this jutsu right now he's just testing his new powers out. And as the third Hokage watches on, Zabuza and Haku are there by the third Hokage as a security guard and protection. And what happens is the Kazekage, the Kazekage is still there. Gaara's dead. Now bear in mind he hates Gaara still. And to see Gaara happy, this actually makes his skin crawl. But what ends up happening is when Sasuke and Gaara are battling, Sasuke activates his Sharingan and speed blitzes Gaara. Not because he's weak or anything, but Sasuke actually instantly placed Gaara under a Genjutsu. So when Gaara is attacking wildly where Sasuke is supposed to, Sasuke is actually behind him, just standing there. And then Sasuke wakes up Gaara and goes, I'm right here, right? Gaara's like, what the? And Sasuke immediately disappears and appears right in front of Gaara and goes, this was an interesting battle. And you're right, you need to work on your taijutsu skills, because anyone that's fast enough or strong enough to get past your barrier, and then Gaara tries to attack Sasuke again, Sasuke appears on the other side. Yeah, you're really defenseless. Gaara turns around and he sweats. Sasuke places his hand on Gaara's shoulder and shocks him with a chakra, with a lightning chakra, and Gaara instantly drops to his knees. He instantly tries to attack Sasuke again, but Sasuke goes, sorry about this. Sasuke kicks Gaara in the face really hard, sending him flying, cracking his entire sand armor. And so what ends up happening is Gaara is actually completely overwhelmed by that one kick, that his sand armor falls off him and he's actually on one leg. Tamara and Conqueror are actually worried for Gaara, thinking that Gaara might lose control. But Gaara holds himself. Even the Kazekage is actually a little bit worried that Gaara might release Shikaku, regardless of the seal that Naruto placed on him. But Gaara still has control and he tries to do a sand tsunami of Sasuke, but Sasuke speed blitzes it. Bear in mind he deactivated his Sharingan already. He speed blitzes it and places his fist into Gaara's gut, hurt him, instantly making him black out by the pain, and Gaara drops to the ground immediately. Sasuke goes, sorry about that again. And as Gaara lies down, Sasuke is declared the winner. And what ends up happening is when Gaara comes to, Sasuke lifts up Gaara and goes, what a cool fight. I am looking forward to us battling and training together in the future. But as I stated there, Gaara, you do need to work on your taijutsu. And Gaara understands. He goes, thank you, Sasuke. And Sasuke, what are friends for? And this is when Gaara's eyes open wide and he goes, friends? And he goes, yeah, that idiot Naruto wouldn't have done that gesture unless he knew he wanted a friend. He's like that. He's like that with everyone. He saw past my own stupidity long ago. He saw past everyone. He may be who he is, but Naruto deserves the benefit of the doubt like you do. And so Gaara's like, thank you so much. I'll accept you as my friend Sasuke. And this is when the Kazekage sees that Gaara's actually changed. Gaara is not that boy that he feared will release Shikaku, or the fact that he's the reason why his wife died. So he ponders about this. Bear in mind the Kazekage still wants to do the Konoha Crush, with or without Orochimaru, okay? The hidden sound shinobi are still there underneath the Kazekage's control. With Orochimaru not being there, the Kazekage took control of the hidden sound ninja that were posted and ready to hit the hidden leaf. And so what ended up going down from there is Naruto appears right in the arena on the stage with Jiraiya, and Sasuke's like, Naruto, why did you so late? And he goes, sorry, someone took too long. And Jiraiya's like, come on, Naruto, don't be like that. Naruto smiles. Sakura's like, hurry up. Naruto's like, jeez, come on, it's like you're like my mother, Sakura. Sakura looks at Naruto, stop being the egg. Naruto's like, God. He jumps down, and Naruto goes, I was just enjoying my time with Jiraiya, that's all. And Sakura smiles, and she actually takes it in with it herself. She realizes, oh, that Naruto. I feel so happy for him. Even Sasuke feels happy for Naruto. Sasuke tells Sakura, don't give him a hard time. I know exactly how it feels to be in Naruto's position. And so Naruto drops down on the ground, and this is when Neji comes on and he goes, "You kept me waiting long enough, Naruto. Time for me to put you in your place." Naruto goes, "You know what? At first, I was really angry with what you did with Hinata, but then you showed me something. Upon the idea of looking at your view, you believe in yourself that destiny is defined by the choices that are made for you, right?" And Neji looks at Naruto, like, "What the hell do you know about destiny?" Naruto goes, "Well, one, I'm the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, that's one. So my destiny is to keep you guys all alive." Neji's like, "What?" The third Hokage stands up and goes, "Naruto, what are you doing?" And Naruto is two. "You're not defined by the choices of the Hyuga, Neji. Yeah, you may think you're a prodigy, but Sasuke thought he was a prodigy and I beat him." And Neji goes, "Because Sasuke's a stupid Uchiha. The Hyuga are the strongest in the village." Naruto's like, "Oh well. In this battle then, I'm going to teach you that it's not all about strength and it's not all about power. It's all about what you achieve with help with friends. It's what you achieve with others that shows where your power truly lies. If you find something to focus your power towards instead of yourself, you'll realize that your power increase dramatically." And Neji goes, "Enough talk. Only the weak talk." And Naruto goes, "Very well." He speed blitzes Neji. He's right in front of Neji's face. Neji tries to attack Naruto, but Naruto just moves really casually. Neji's trying to attack Naruto. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? Can you hit me? Can you not hit me?" Neji throws a punch, and Naruto catches it, and he goes, "You need to do better than that, Neji, if you're going to hit me." Neji gets frustrated, instantly begins to try to do a rotation to break Naruto's grip. Naruto jumps away, and bear in mind, Naruto's using none of his abilities. He's just in his base form. And this is pretty much adult Naruto fighting Neji. So when Neji goes to try to attack Naruto, Naruto sweeps him immediately and kicks him away. Neji manages to recover. He does an air palm jutsu towards Naruto, completely splits it with his hand. And when Neji sees this, he activates the Byakugan and he goes, "Time to go serious." Naruto makes sure he gets into Neji's guard, and this is when Neji goes, "I've got you now." He starts to do the 8 trigrams, 64 palm rotation, but unfortunately for Neji, it doesn't work at all. Naruto begins to breathe and count all Neji's attack. 1, 2, like instantly blocking them all. Gets to the point where Neji gets to 64 palms, Naruto blocked them all. And when the last of Neji's palms hit Naruto, Naruto grabs the hand, flips him over, and kicks Neji in the head, sends him flying into the tree, slamming him down. And Neji's looking at Naruto, he's like, "What the hell?" And Naruto goes, "You're going to have to do better than that, Neji, if you're going to hope to beat me. As I told you," Naruto goes down, "it's not about what you can do, but what you can do for someone else. For the village. Do you have a goal besides getting you stronger?" And he's like, "Just strong, prey on the weak." And Naruto goes, "That's not a good way of looking at it. All of the Hokages were strong, but none of them preyed on the weak. The first Hokage, he subdued nearly all the Biju underworld, and he distributed it around all the villages. He could have been cruel and kept all of them to ourselves and made Jinchurikus of every clan in the village and subjugated the world, but he didn't. The second Hokage, despite his flaws, he also sacrificed himself for others. The third Hokage himself, yes, he started the third great Shinobi Ninja War, but he redeemed himself, and look where he's brought the village. The fourth Hokage, my father, sacrificed his life to save all of you. Are you getting it? It shows it's not about them. Yes, they have made their mistakes, but they also taught us all a valuable lesson. With great power comes great responsibility. And just to show you the difference between your power and my power, Naruto instantly goes into the KCM2 with the Nine Tails Chakra. And when the third Hokage, everyone sees this, they're actually stunned and shocked in the first place. Sasuke goes, "Whoa, Naruto actually did that?" And Sakura's like, "Wow, that's so cool." Like, they were buzzing out. Hinata's actually baffled. Everyone was shocked, you know. Naruto goes, "This is what actual training leads to. Strength, power, unity. I am at full cooperation with the Nine Tails. And in turn, he has allowed me to have full access of his chakra. But I didn't use any of his chakra to defeat you. I'm not showing you the big gap meaning you have in power, okay?" And Neji's like looking at Naruto like, "What the hell?" And then Naruto just states to Neji that destiny is not defined by the choices other people make. They're defined by the choices you decide to make. Stuff may have happened to you in the past, stuff may have happened in your life, doesn't mean you need to be defined by Neji, not at all. It's your choice whether the future goes in a good way or a bad way. And so what happens is Neji, at first he's really sad upon it. Naruto pulls his hand by Neji and goes, "Come." And Neji grabs his hand and he tries to attack Naruto, but Naruto uses his chakra to flex him, but busts Neji out of the way. Naruto goes, "That's right, you didn't give up." Oh, Naruto uses one of the Nine Tails tails to back Neji into the corner. And when Neji cradled into the wall, Naruto goes, "Do you give up now?" He opens his hand and powers up a massive Rasengan. And Neji looks at Naruto, and before he blacks out, he submits, falls to the ground. Naruto deactivates the Rasengan, and in doing so, Naruto's own form of Talk no Jutsu still gets through to the Hyuga, especially Hiyashi Hyuga. Everyone applauds Naruto. Naruto uses some of his chakra to heal Neji, and he picks Neji up and puts Neji over his shoulder. Neji goes, "Why, Naruto? The things I did to Hinata, And Naruto goes, "Don't worry, I'm here to help you. Bear in mind, if you ever touch Hinata like that again," Naruto's eyes turn red, "I will kill you." And so when Neji looks at Naruto, he smiles. He goes, "Good to know, Naruto. I'm glad Hinata has someone like you." Naruto goes, "Me too." He picks up Neji. "I'm glad to have a friend like you, Neji." Neji smiles and says, "Thank you, Naruto." And what happens? Everyone celebrates. All the Hyugas, everyone in the village celebrate Naruto's win. And then from there, and so right after that, what ends up happening is the Konoha Crush situation actually takes off. The Kazekage himself, he doesn't attack right now. He doesn't do nothing. Just the actions of the hidden sound shinobi actually are the ones that are taking play. The Kazekage knew that attacking the village right now with the massive power gap between him and the third Hokage, and now finding out that Naruto has full control of the Nine Tails chakra, backs himself into a corner, and he realizes that he needs to make sure none of his villagers attack. And so with a wave of his hand, he used his gold dust manipulation to tell all the sand shinobi that were ready to attack not to attack at all, but instead pull back. But the hidden sound shinobi didn't care. They immediately come. Kabuto tries to place everyone in the stadium in the genjutsu, but Itachi appears right next to him and goes, "Hello there." Kabuto tries to attack Kakashi, but Kakashi catches his hand and puts a lightning chakra through his hand, immediately shocking Kabuto and knocking him out immediately without even trying. But it wasn't a blue lightning, it was purple lightning. And when Guy says purple, and Kakashi goes, "Long story." And what happens is Kabuto is already taken out, and when the hidden sound shinobi attack, the reason why they're attacking is because they want to get their master back, Orochimaru. And so as they begin to attack and try to get anywhere, Kimimaro appears right by the third Hokage. He rushes him, chucking multiple bone attacks. As the third Hokage stands there, Haku and Zabuza appear and deflect the attacks. And because the Kazekage wants to keep appearances, he uses his gold dust ability to push Kabuto away. And he tells the hidden sand shinobi that outside the village to help the hidden leaf, knowing that he's in a rock and a hard place, to be honest. Having Jiraiya there as well, he is way more powerful. Jiraiya also helps out, and to be honest, the Konoha Crush almost gets finished in a blink of an eye, because Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura are forever present. Sakura goes out and starts destroying everyone there. Sasuke, he uses his lightning shadow clone to scatter around the village and takes them out, and Naruto just makes 1,000 shadow clones, subduing everyone. Now Gaara, Tamaru and Konkoro do nothing. In fact, no one in the hidden sand even commit any form of atrocities to the hidden leaf. They actually reverse their tactics and fight the hidden sound. And so the hidden sound shinobis are taken immediately. And the sound fall, they manage to find Orochimaru where he's been hidden, and they release him because Danzo allows him to. And with Orochimaru being released and they rush away, what ends up happening is before they get outside the village, something in Orochimaru stops him. He feels a pull towards staying to the hidden leaf. He's like, "No, let go of me." They're like, "Orochimaru, you need to." And he goes, I can't leave the village." And they're like, "But," and Orochimaru attacks the sound form for trying to take him. And this what happens is, as that's going down, Kimimaro is going through his curse mark transformations, fighting the Kazekage. The third Hokage is standing there, and Zabuza and Haku still stay there to protect the old man. And the Kazekage is attacking Kimimaro. But what happens is when he goes to his curse mark level 2 state, he speed blitzes the Kazekage to the point where he almost puts a bone right through the Kazekage's head. But what ended up happening is Naruto appeared, catching the attack, breaking the bones of Kimimaro, and then slamming his fists right into Kimimaro's face, sending him flying. Bear in mind, he's not using any of his forms, he's just using his true strength and his base form alone. And when he sends Kimimari flying, Kimimari's face is cracking open. Naruto goes, now that I got your attention, are you willing to stop? Kimimari goes, damn you! And he hits the ground, he makes multiple multiple bone spikes, and they pierce the ground. Naruto goes, I could do that too. He instantly goes into KCM2, puts his tail in the ground, destroying the spikes that Kimimari makes, and he uses the Nine-Tails chakra to wrap around him. Kimimari tries to attack them even in his curse mark stage 2 state, but Naruto has him enveloped in 3 tails, and Naruto immediately swallows him whole, but in a sense where he engulfs him and slams him into the ground. And then Naruto appears, immediately stomping on Kimimari's back. Bear in mind, Naruto knows how to do the flying Raijin, but his own body flicker in itself is faster, so it looks like he's teleporting regardless. But he breaks Kimimari completely and overwhelms him. All the hidden sound shinobi are captured and apprehended and then brought back in. Orochimaru resisting the sound fall managed to get away. And bear in mind, so does Kabuto. He actually manages to get away from Kakashi and them and leave the village as well. And doing so, they go from their own type of arc, okay? Well, with Orochimaru, he walks back, and this is when the third Hokage goes, Orochimaru, and he goes, Lord Third, and he goes, so you had an opportunity to leave, but you did it? He goes, yes. The Genjutsu that's holding me here, I can't leave. Can't go against the leaf no more. My obligations, everything has changed. And Jiraiya walks up to him and goes, hey old friend, grabs Orochimaru and goes, come on, I'll escort you back to your new holding cell for now. And so Jiraiya escorts Orochimaru willingly back to his holding cell, and Jiraiya is happy about this. And then the third Hokage looks at Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura, even Kakashi, how different they are, and he goes, after talking with the Kazekage, and the Kazekage apologizes for plotting with them, the third Hokage is annoyed, but agrees that the ones that, instead of hosting the continuation of the Chunin exams, the ones that made it to the final, Sasuke, Naruto, Sakura, even Tamari, Shikamaru, and Gaara, and Shino, all of them should be promoted into tunings. And knowing that the third Hokage is suspicious about something, the Kazekage agree, and he apologizes again to the third Hokage, and he leaves with Gaara and them. But before Gaara leaves, he thanks Naruto, Sasuke, well practically Team 7, for being there for him, helping him surpass his own physical limits. And Sasuke goes, anytime. Naruto goes, yeah, anytime. What are friends for, right? And this is when the Kazekage notices, my son has friends, and he smiles. He goes, thank you for being there for my son. Gaara looks at his dad and he goes, time for us to go. All the hidden sand shinobi leave, and what happens is the third Hokage calls Team 7, the whole Team 7, into his office, and he goes, start talking. Something's up with you guys. You can't just tell me you guys are these powerful and everything like that. And Jiraiya goes, before we start, old man, there's a lot to be discussed. And he goes, so you know? What is it, Jiraiya? Tell me. And when Naruto takes a note to Jiraiya, he goes, simply put, old man, these 4, even though they may not look it, are from the future. Their spiritual and their chakra energy is technically from the future. Their wisdom, their knowledge, their power is from there. And the third Hokage stands up. So you mean time travel? You know how dangerous it is? You being here changed the future. And Naruto goes, yeah, we know. But by the way of us actually coming down here was by way of a useful time turtle that actually brought us here to a new time period. By accident, he was actually only meant to take us about a year in the past, but instead he brought us from our adult lives into our younger lives. And due to the incident of the villains that were fighting in the future, their physical forms turned into a non-corporeal form and actually entered into their younger selves. Naruto has all the Nine-Tails chakra within him. And not only that, he has even more power than that. Sasuke has the Rinnegan and Sakura has the Byakugo seal. Kakashi himself also has unlimited access to the Sharingan and Mongekyo Sharingan abilities. And the third Hokage's like, you're joking, right? And Kakashi goes, no, Lord Third. Jiraiya Sensei's telling the truth. By the way, why does he know this, Naruto? Naruto goes, hey, it's not my fault. The great sage Gamamaru had a vision upon this. He foresaw that we were coming back from the future. He saw everything, he had everything planned. It wasn't my fault, he was the one who told Jiraiya, not me. And Kakashi goes, why am I not surprised? a turtle told Jiraiya. And he goes, well, yes, to be fair, Lord Hokage, we are all from the future. Speaking from experience, I am the 6th Hokage, and Naruto is the 7th. When the 3rd Hokage hears that Kakashi is the 6th Hokage, and Naruto is the 7th, he goes, who's the 5th Hokage? And Jiraiya kind of lost it. He's like, Tsunade. And when the 3rd Hokage hears this, he pretty much has the same exact reaction as the 1st Hokage. He's like, Suna. Oh, was the village okay underneath her rule? And Sakura, and they all laugh because they understand exactly what the 3rd Hokage means. Like, Sasuke's just having a reminiscent, like a funny flashback to what he remembered when he first met the Hokages. And Sasuke goes, yeah, the future is great with her, but with the Kakashi becoming the Hokage, the Naruto after, they were great. And the 3rd Hokage smiles and goes, so we're in a new timeline. So what happened to me anyway? Naruto goes, you were meant to die today. Orochimaru was meant to kill you. There's a reason why we left Orochimaru alive. He became one of the most pivotal people in the war to come. But thanks to our knowledge, we're going to prevent all this wars from happening. We are going to save Obito Uchiha. We're going to save Itachi Uchiha. We're going to end Danzo. And not only that, we're going to stop the rise of Madara Uchiha. And then from there, when the invasions of the Otsutsuki begins, we're going to stop and negate every action they place and prepare our entire world for the coming threat that is to come, Ishiki Otsutsuki. And the 3rd Hokage is like, interesting? And Naruto goes, these are the people that are connected to the Sage of Six Paths. That's all I can say, Gramps. And the 3rd Hokage is like, there's a lot to process. So you're telling me all of you are from the future? And he goes, yeah, pretty much so. And we all still have all our powers. And not only that, Orochimaru is actually a good guy in the future. He's actually quite great. He's helped the world so much with all his medical innovations, his technological stuff, everything. And Sasuke goes, I hate to admit it, but yes, Orochimaru even has a son. And the 3rd Hokage's like, what? He goes, yeah. He's in Naruto and Naruto's son's team and my daughter's team. They become the future Team 7. And the 3rd Hokage's like, his mind is like exploding. And so what goes from there, the 3rd Hokage goes, so you guys are all from the future. So what would you like me to do? I'm here to help you. As you stated, I was meant to die today, right? So there's a whole brand new situation. So what could I do? And Sasuke goes, well, 1, allow me to go see Orochimaru and finish off the genjutsu I placed upon him. And not only that, with the help of Naruto, we can actually give Orochimaru an immortal body. So the body he has doesn't always die. And 2, we need to end Danzo immediately. When the 3rd Hokage hears that they need to end Danzo, he goes, what did Danzo do? And Sasuke goes, don't play coy with me, Lord 3rd. I know that it was Danzo that sent Itachi to kill the Uchiha. Bear in mind, I understand what my brother had to do so, prevent the coup d'etat, because he loved the village more than he loved our clan. And he also did it to protect me. But one thing you don't know about is Danzo's actually got Shishui's right eye in his head. And not only that, he's actually got a whole right arm that's amplified by Hashirama cells, and they have Sharingans all upon them. And the 3rd Hokage hears this, he goes, what? And he goes, the arm he keeps hidden at all times. The arm has Sharingan eyes, Sharingan abilities. And the ability is the Izanagi. The 3rd Hokage is like, he looks down and is like, what the hell? He goes, yes. Where did Danzo get those eyes? Well, where do you think? And not only that, my brother's innocent, and I'm going to make sure my brother comes back. And not only that, with what Naruto told Jiraiya, or the turtle told Jiraiya, or the toad, whatever they are, we can change the future, stop all the bad that's about to happen. Maybe we can make something better, something new. It's up to you, Lord 3rd, if you want to continue the story. Just bear in mind, if you stop me from helping my brother, just like how I told you back in the past, you get in my way and Sasuke activates his Eternal Mangekyo and Rinnegan, it will not be good. Even Sakura stands there releasing their Byakugo seal. Naruto just smiles, come on, the Gramps is okay with us. We're telling him the truth, right Gramps? And he goes, oh yeah. Alright, Naruto goes, We also need Lady Tsunade. And he goes, Tsunade? And he goes, yeah, she's what the village needs as well. He goes, as Hokage, nah, that role should go to Jiraiya. Jiraiya's like, no. I do not want to become Hokage, Naruto. And Naruto goes, well, it's better than Lady Tsunade. And in fact, you don't even need to travel the world. And I can tell you right now, me, Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura know all your make-up stories from the future, okay? And Jiraiya's like, oh, my book's become a bestseller? And he goes, #1. Jiraiya's like, so happy, and he goes, I'll contemplate that and think about it, okay? But what about my spy network? And Kakashi goes, that's why I'm here. My team don't need me. In fact, I believe Lord 3 that you should promote these 3 into joining level. Naruto should be on his own level in general, but Sasuke and Sakura should also be joining level as well. And Hokage goes, why? Naruto goes, we all have all our knowledge from the future. I'm a Hokage. Sasuke is my Shadow Hokage. Sakura is the head medical ninja of the Hidden Leaf. Thanks to her and Lady Tsunade, they actually helped revolutionize the world when it comes to chakra and healing medical ninjutsu. And after they state that, Kakashi goes, so what do you say, Lord Third? And Lord Third goes, well, if that's the case, then do a few tasks for me and then maybe we can. Sasuke, you go finish off what you need to do to Orochimaru. Naruto, Sakura, you go with Jiraiya, bring Tsunade here. Then, Kakashi, I give you permission to continue on with your mission to what you were doing. Alright? Kakashi goes, thank you, Lord Third. Kakashi activates the Kamui and teleports away immediately. Sasuke goes off and rushes to Orochimaru to use his abilities of the Izanagi and that his own form of permanent genjutsu on Orochimaru to help the village and walk around. He can walk around free. In doing so, when Sasuke sees Orochimaru, he activates the Rinnegan and places a real powerful genjutsu that's even more powerful than Koto Matsukabe, which makes Orochimaru forever loyal to the village. There to help the people in need. And know that Sasuke tells Orochimaru, I have a gift for you. And Sasuke closes his eyes and a tear of blood appears. Sasuke opens his Rinnegan, and what happens is he casts the Infinite Izanagi. So pretty much how the tail beasts, when they die, they come back to life because the Sage of Sixth Path casts the Izanagi upon them. Sasuke pretty much does the same thing, but when the body doesn't die anymore, instead it just keeps living. And when Orochimaru has that, he thanks Sasuke. Sasuke goes, not dumb. He goes, they mention it. He walks away, and so from there a lot has changed. And not only that, when it comes to Danzo, the third Hokage ponders how he's going to figure out upon taking him. Now bear in mind, Naruto is so fast, so much more powerful, that he doesn't waste time and he knows exactly where Tsunade is. They bring Tsunade back under the pretense that the third Hokage is going to pay for all her bills, and it ends up happening. Naruto and Tsunade don't have a fight. They don't have none of that. Instead, Naruto respects Tsunade and Jiraiya's time, and she comes back to the village. And when she gets there, this is when Tsunade is brought up to speed upon Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, and she doesn't believe it at first until Sakura reveals the Hydro Healing Jutsu. And the fact that Sakura as a little girl is stronger than Tsunade makes very sense, and this is when Tsunade gets over herself. And not only that, because Orochimaru now is part of the team now, the 3 legendary Sani come back together and work as a unified team. And at this time, this is when Sasuke is meant to be taken, all that jazz is meant to be happening. But what goes down is, when Sasuke finishes his job and Naruto and them back in the village and Kakashi's gone, only for a brief moment, Itachi and Kisame come into the village looking for Naruto. And when they see that the village is actually alive, prosperous, and doing quite well, Itachi's like, he's feeling nostalgic, to be honest. And when he comes into the village and goes into the diner, this is where Asuma and Kurenai spot them. And this is also the time when Kakashi reappears. Now when Itachi, Kurenai, and Asuma confront them, Itachi begins to use his abilities as well. But thanks to Kakashi having his Mangekyo, he activates it immediately upon seeing Itachi. When Itachi sees Kakashi's Mangekyo, he's like, the substitute power you have, how interesting. Kakashi goes, you won't be able to place me under a Tsukiyami anytime soon there, Itachi Uchiha. And he goes, oh, then do you think so? And he goes, yeah, I know so. I definitely know so. And so what ends up happening, he goes, alright then. Kisame doesn't even care, he goes to attack Kakashi, but Kakashi instantly dodges him, appears on top in front of him, puts his hand on Kisume's chest, and puts purple lightning through Kisume's body, severely hurting him. And then Kakashi instantly spins around and kicks Kisume away. And as Kisume recovers, this is when Maikai comes and does one massive, powerful leaf hurricane, sending him flying, crater him on the wall. Now when Itachi sees this, he realizes that he's pretty much in a rock and a hard place. And this is when Sasuke and Naruto sense this chakra and they appear with Sakura. When Itachi sees Naruto behind Kakashi, he instantly activates his Susanoo and tells Naruto, "You're coming with me." And Sasuke goes, "No way, brother. He's staying here." And Itachi goes, "And what are you going to do about it, Sasuke?" Sasuke activates his Susanoo immediately. And this is when Itachi's like, "What the?" Sasuke goes, "Your Susanoo has progressed pretty far. I doubt it hasn't progressed as far as mine." Itachi goes, "Impossible. You don't have the Mangekyo Sharingan." Sasuke looks up with his Mangekyo, Eternal Mangekyo. Itachi's like, "What the?" And Sasuke explodes his full powered Susanoo. Gigantic purple Susanoo with perfect wings, perfect sword, everything in the middle of the village. When everyone sees this, they're like, "What the hell?" When Itachi sees this, Sasuke goes, "So what do you think, big brother?" Itachi's actually really shocked upon the revelation that his brother's abilities are way more powerful. And at first Itachi tries to use the Susanoo to attack and he tries to make a run for it, but Naruto appears behind him and they see him too. He goes, "Sorry Itachi Chuya, but you're going nowhere." And Itachi goes, "Is that right?" He tries to put a genjutsu on Naruto, but Naruto laughs in his face and slams his Nine-Tails chakra into Itachi's Susanoo, wrapping him up and throwing him down, holding him in place. And Sasuke puts a sword right by Itachi and says, "It's enough, big brother." And Itachi's like, he goes, "Yeah, I see that I've overmatched, but one thing, can you do this?" Sasuke instantly looks at Sakura and he throws the Amaterasu, only to try see if Sasuke can block it, but Sasuke just puts his hands out and pulls the Amaterasu to the Susanoo sword, wrapping it around the sword, and Sasuke goes, "Thank you for that. I was going to use my own chakra for the attack, but you know what?" Sasuke amplifies the Amaterasu on his blade, puts it straight at Itachi's Susanoo and goes, "You were saying, big brother? If I was you right now, I would give up my Itachi. You're not going to win." And not only that, Sasuke immediately deactivates the Susanoo, speed blitzes him, kicks Itachi's Susanoo, cracking it in half. And as Itachi falls down, Sasuke immediately speed blitzes Itachi and puts his sword by Itachi's head and goes, "I know the truth, big brother." Itachi goes, "What truth?" And Sasuke shows his Rinnegan. Itachi's like, "What the?" And Sasuke with the Rinnegan instantly infiltrates Itachi's mind and shows him everything. When Itachi instantly blinks out of it, at first he's traumatized what Sasuke showed him, but at the same time he sees Sarada, Sasuke's daughter, Sasuke's future, and he gets up and hugs his little brother and goes, "I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you, Sasuke. But I can't come back to the village after what I did." And Sasuke goes, "The third Hokage would pardon you. He will pardon you. Because they were in the wrong. The elders were in the wrong, regardless of making you do that. And not only that, to help you with their blindness, all we need to do is grab the other eye that Zanzu has of Shisui. You got the other eye of Shisui, right, Itachi?" And goes, "Yeah, well, all we need to do is grab the other eye from Danzo, and if we grab it and we get it, then you replace your eyes with those." Itachi goes, "It doesn't work that way." And he goes, "Yes, it does. All I need to do is put some of my chakra in those eyes, and then you put them in your head, and then from there, you'll be able to gain the Eternal Mangekyo." Itachi is smiling and sees how smart his little brother is. And he goes, "Not only that, but my niece needs to know her uncle. Don't you forget that, right?" Itachi smiles and goes, "Alright, Sasuke, very well." Itachi removes his Akatsuki robes, and what ends up happening from there is Kisame goes, "You damn traitor!" He puts his hands together and makes thousands of shark bombs. He puts as much as he can, and then him and Samihara get into one of the random sharks and disappears. When that goes down, at first Naruto was going to kill them all by powering up a massive Rasen Shuriken, but this freaks everyone out, how big this attack is, and Naruto's about to chuck it, but Kakashi states, "Idiot, you're too close to the village, you'll probably destroy the entire area over there, right?" Naruto goes, "Alright, damn. But what about that guy Kisame?" And he goes, "He didn't see nothing. He just believes Itachi betrayed the Akatsuki." And Itachi goes, "There's one more thing, little brother. I am sick." And Sasuke goes, "I know. Sakura will help heal you. She's the best in the world, and soon to be my future wife." Itachi smiles at Sasuke and goes, "Good boy." And so from there, the village dramatically changes. Tsunade being in the village, and she's actually, all three of the legendary Sunny now have been brought up to speed upon their students. They all know that they're from the future, and even Kakashi, and that the future is completely changed. So there's no there's no Sasuke retrieval arc. There's none of that jazz. Instead, before the 2-year time skip in Naruto is meant to go with Jiraiya, what ends up happening is the third Hokage states to Jiraiya that he's got a 2-year probational period where he can not be Hokage for then, but at the end of that 2-year period, you are going to become Hokage. Jiraiya's like, "Ah, man, really?" Naruto goes, "It's better than dying, right, Sensei?" And Jiraiya's like, "Alright, that sounds better than anything." And that Naruto goes, "And it'll be better for you to become Hokage instead of Danto, because if I remember correctly from Lord Kakashi Sensei, the feudal lord actually liked you and wished that you became Hokage after the death of Lord Third." And so what goes down is Jiraiya smiles and goes, "Whatever, kid." And he goes, "Well, since you guys know everything that's going to happen in my books, at least still let me go on my 2 years travelling." Naruto goes, "If you do that, I'm coming with you." Sasuke and Sakura were going to put their hands up to go. Well, Jiraiya goes, "Nah, the village needs you. You two at least. And if Naruto's correct, then I'll have to spend time with my godson. Catch up, I understand that Naruto has been living alone with no family for years. In that retrospect." And so what ends up going down is Naruto tells the team that he'll see them again. "Don't worry, we're all connected and we'll see each other soon, okay?" And this makes Sasuke smile and he goes, "Thank you, Naruto." Naruto goes, "No, thank you, Sasuke." Sakura, they all put their hands together, even Kakashi, and they all do a remark, "Team 7, what?" And as they leave, Naruto goes with Jiraiya and he enjoys the nostalgic tour. But what happens is Naruto still teaches Jiraiya a lot of jutsu, because bear in mind, Hokage Naruto knows a lot, and he knows a lot when it comes to the future. Sasuke teaches old Orochimaru a lot, and not only that, helps Itachi as well. Sakura teaches Tsunade what she's learned and everything, and so the Hidden Leaf Village becomes a beacon of prosperity massively around the world. Kakashi spends the next 2 years looking for trails for Obito and trying to find them, trying to locate them. Obito has been in and out of the Kamui dimension, but he can't seem to track him properly. So we're going to do a quick fast forward 2 years after down the line. Naruto and Jiraiya enter the village. Jiraiya smiles. He's completely different. He actually has all the makeout tactic books finished and everything. And when Naruto recited all the books, Jiraiya was able to write them down. And when he reads them, he goes, "That's definitely his handwriting." Naruto goes, "I know, right? When I was younger, I didn't have no time for these books. But now that I became an adult and I read them, they're amazing works of art, Jiraiya. So I made sure to memorize all your works, especially your first work." Jiraiya smiles. "Thanks, Naruto." And so when they get back to the village, everything from here goes near the same, but it's not Sakura that comes to meet Naruto. It's actually Hinata. Hinata goes, "Naruto?" And Naruto goes, "Hey, Hinata." She goes, "Hi, Naruto." Naruto immediately runs up to her, picks her up and hugs her, and her face goes red, but instead of her blacking out this time, she immediately accepts his affection and hugs Naruto. And Naruto goes, "It's been so long since I've seen you. It's like it's been forever." And Hinata and Naruto look at each other with super intensity in their eyes. But unfortunately for them, Konohamaru comes and interrupts, goes, "Whoa, Naruto, my big bro, player. And Naruto's like, "What?" And goes, "Yeah, this red-headed girl stated that you're hers and everything like that, and that she's been looking for you for a long time." Naruto goes, "Red-headed girl?" And out of nowhere, Karin immediately appears, goes, "Hi, Naruto." Naruto's like, Karin Uzumaki, right?" And she goes, "Yeah." She looks at Hinata and goes, "Who are you?" And Hinata's like, Hinata, but then Hinata in her own like is kind of angry, goes, "Who are you?" And she goes, "I am Karin Uzumaki. I owe my life to Naruto. In turn, me and Naruto are fated to be together." Naruto actually rubs his head, like, "I don't think it works that way, Karin. I have to choose to want to be with you." And she goes, "Yeah, you will choose me over her." And Naruto goes, "I do not think so. I actually have close ties to Hinata to the point where I actually know I will fall in love with her." The moment Hinata hears this, her face goes mega red. Karin gets shocked by this statement, but she goes, "Well, you know what? I don't care. I don't mind if we share." Naruto's like, he's actually red. His face actually goes really red himself. And Jiraiya's like looking at Naruto. He's like, Don't miss this opportunity, idiot. In the future, you only have one wife. Maybe in this future, you could possibly have two. And Naruto's like, Jiraiya Sensei, come on. I can't be like that. And Kaden goes, well, suit yourself. Just understand I'm always here. I'm unbiased to men and women. And she smiles, just, no, Naruto, I'm gunning for you. Naruto's like, he's scratching his head, he's like, that was stressing. And Naruto goes to Hinata, but enough of this. When I'm done with meeting up with the old man Hokage, how about me and you catch up for some dinner, yeah? And Hinata smiles at Naruto. Alright, Naruto, I'll see you then. Naruto, without even hesitating, kisses Hinata on the cheek and leaves the area. This is when Hinata blacks out, okay? And Konohama is like, Naruto, are you just gonna leave her here? And he goes, I gotta go, kid. You wanna help her out? You and your little pipsqueak team? Konohama's like, yeah, big bro, alright. And so Jiraiya and Naruto head to the Hokage's office. And when Naruto enters, Zabuza and Haku are right there by the third Hokage. Zabuza goes, Naruto, welcome back to the village. And Haku does the same. Naruto goes, oh, Zabuza, Haku, great to see you guys. Hey, Gramps, what's up? He goes, Naruto Uzumaki. A little decorum wouldn't help. Naruto goes, you're alright. I'm happy to still see you kicking, alive and kicking. And he smiles at Naruto. He actually coughs on his chokes on his tea. And he's like, what a smug little joke. And he goes, how was your guys' journey anyway? And Jiraiya goes, very insightful. I've got to learn so much over my time period with this kid, to the point where I actually know so much. And Jiraiya goes, good to hear. Kakashi has made a lot of headway against the Akatsuki. And Jiraiya goes, oh? In what retrospect? And he goes, well, for the most part, Kakashi has taken out multiple Akatsuki team members. He took out Sasori and Deidara. Deidara has actually been interrogated by the Hidden Sand Shinobi. And Sasori himself, it took Kakashi a little bit, but he killed Sasori. And so, as that goes down, as the reports state, Hidan and Kakuzu are still on the loose in the Land of Fire. And we still need to figure out who's the leader of the Akatsuki, Pain, and his other disciple, Konan. And when Jiraiya goes, Konan, he goes, Naruto, Konan, you know this? And Naruto goes, oh, yeah, that actually slipped my mind, Jiraiya Sensei. The leader of the Akatsuki, so forth, is Nagato Uzumaki. My bad, I thought I told you about this. Jiraiya goes, if you did, I completely forgot. Naruto goes, yeah. Well, one thing I'm going to tell you, Jiraiya Sensei, you're not going to the Hidden Rain Village without me. Take a fright and pain, do you understand? Because this time you're not dying. Yes, I'm your will of fire that continues, but you're going to see I want you to see my children. I want my children to see their godfather, their god-grandfather. You know? Jiraiya smiles at Naruto and rubs his head, and Naruto goes, oh, and by the way, is it time already for Jiraiya to become Hokage yet? And the third Hokage goes, yes. It is time for Jiraiya to take his promotion and for me to finally retire. And so Jiraiya's like, that's right. But what ends up happening is, thanks to Naruto, Jiraiya managed to finish all his makeout tactic books. And so Jiraiya goes, here's all my books published, finished, and everything like that. And so with Jiraiya finishing all his books and Naruto being the way he is, Naruto sends to Sasuke and Sakura. He goes, where are they anyway? And he goes, they just come back from a mission. And this is when Kaden bursts through the door. Hey, Lord Third, I finished the request that you wanted me to do. What else do you want me to do? Hey, Naruto. Naruto's like, it's her again. Kaden. And she goes, where's that white-eyed girl, eh? She's not here, has she? You know what? You want to meet me later on? And everyone's looking at Naruto. They're actually cracking up at Naruto. Naruto's like, come on. It's not like that. I didn't mean to save you and you to do this. He goes, well, too bad. My life is yours. All my life is all yours, Naruto. So I'm snuggling up on you. Naruto's taken aback, and the third Hokage's like, he goes, why did you take her on a date, Naruto? Naruto goes, but I already asked Hinata out on a date. And the third Hokage coughs on it. He chokes on his tea again. He goes, then you screwed the pooch there, Naruto. Naruto's like, he slaps his head and goes, no. And Naruto goes, fine, I'll at least invite you to dinner, Kaden. And then from there you'll see that my future is with Hinata, okay? And she goes, alright, Naruto, I hear you loud and clear. The battle between me and Hinata has begun. And she walks away and she smiles, And I was like, No, no way. And Jiraiya's like, take it from me, kid. If I was given the option to date two, I'll date the two. And this is when Tsunade walks in. Because you're a pervert idiot, that's why. Orochimaru walks in as well and goes, yeah, you haven't changed one bit, Jiraiya. Jiraiya's like, Suna, Orochimaru, hey! Rushes over and hugs him. He goes, it's good to see my old team. And Tsunade's like, yes, good. Pushes Jiraiya off. So, what did you call us here for, old man? Orochimaru goes, yeah. And he goes, well, it's time for Jiraiya's inauguration to become the 5th Hokage. Orochimaru and Tsunade, they kind of laugh at each other. He goes, Jiraiya, the next Hokage? Yes, it's none of us. Even though at one time Orochimaru wanted to become Hokage, Jiraiya being the Hokage, this makes Tsunade so happy. And Jiraiya goes, if that's the case and the kid's going to be so bold to take 2 girls out, how about I take you out, Tsunade? Tsunade's like, you're definitely bold, Jiraiya. And Jiraiya goes, no jokes. We'll wait long enough. And Tsunade's looking at Jiraiya like, just kind of taken aback. And Orochimaru just goes and goes, you should, Tsuna. Because sooner or later, Jiraiya he will not give up. And you'll probably end up killing him soon. And Jiraiya actually remembers the time that Tsunade almost killed him. And he goes, yeah, that'll probably be the only way to stop me. To be honest. And Tsunade goes, fine. You can come pick me up later on, Jiraiya, and we'll head out to eat, okay? Jiraiya goes, awesome. Well, I'm out. Jiraiya disappears. He disappears using his reverse summon. What ends up happening is Kakashi jumps through the window and goes, hey guys, I've been here the whole time. And he goes, Kakashi sensei. And he goes, well, as we all know, the books are finished. And Kakashi goes, gimme. And he goes, but you know all the books off by heart, Kakashi sensei. He goes, doesn't matter. Kakashi goes to read all the books, and Naruto goes, by the way, how's been the hunt for Obito? And Kakashi goes, I have absolute good leads, and not only that, I managed to save the 4 Tails Jinchuriki. Even what's it called? I managed to save the 6 Tails Jinchuriki as well. Fu, however, was captured. I don't know where she was. The second and third for the second Jinchuriki, the 2 Tails has been captured already. And where was the last location of the Isubu? Naruto goes, well, I can find his chakra easily because I have his chakra within me. But if you have saved Roshi, then that's great. Where is he? And Roshi walks in. He goes, hi Naruto. Nice to meet the 9 Tails Jinchuriki. And Naruto goes, Roshi! That means Son Goku's okay, right? And Son goes, he goes, finally, Roshi, do you hear that? Respect! And Roshi's like, don't worry, son. I said, And he goes, nice to meet you, kid. And Naruto goes, fist bump with me, Roshi. And Roshi goes, huh? Don't worry, just fist bump with me. And as Roshi and, Naruto fist bump, they enter into the Psycho Plane. What ends up happening is Naruto sees Son Goku behind him. But when Roshi looks at Naruto, he sees all the 9 Tails chakra, all the 9 Tails beasts behind Naruto. Even another aspect of the 4 Tails. When he sees this, Son Goku's like, is that me? And he goes, yeah, we're the future us. Don't worry about it. Too much to explain. We're here, don't worry. Roshi's like, how is that possible? Naruto goes, there's too much to explain. But as Kakashi might have stated, we Jinchuriki need to stick together, no matter what. Now, I know that it wasn't our intention to kidnap you and brought you here. He goes, he didn't kidnap me. He actually brought me here. He actually saved me from a shark man that had a sword. He's actually quite powerful. And that luckily for him, he was able to bring me through a time-space bubble and bring me here. For the last couple of months, I've been living here, recouping my energy, and actually beginning to like it here. The peace of mind, the tranquility of this village, the prosperity, the happiness. I can see why you're so at peace, Naruto. Naruto goes, it wasn't the case when I was younger, but yeah. And so Roshi thinks, they smile with Naruto, and what ends up happening from there is Kakashi tells him, well, Sakura and Sasuke should be back by now. And so what ends up happening is Naruto goes, well, I gotta get ready. If Sakura and Sasuke do come, just let them know I'm at the restaurant with Hinata and Karin. Naruto he disappears immediately. Bear in mind, his body flicker is so fast that he actually looks like he's using the flying Raijin. He instantly body flickers all the way to his house, to where he gets changed. He cleans himself up, cleans his house up, and then he goes up and he waits at Ichiraku. But at first he was gonna wait there, but he sent a Shadow Clone to grab Hinata, and a Shadow Clone to go pick up Karen. And what ends up happening is Naruto brings them both there. And when Hinata and Karen both see that Naruto is actually standing there and these are Shadow Clones, at first Karen was annoyed, but Hinata smiles. But when Hinata sees Karen, she goes, "Naruto, what is this?" And he goes, I kind of dug my foot in my mouth and told her, "Might as well come to dinner then." Hinata's like, "Okay, she don't mind." And as Hinata sits there, Karen is the out there one, and Hinata's the quiet one. And as they talk, they get to know each other. Karen and Hinata start to gain a bond, a relationship in a sense as friends, you know. Not right away, of course, but start to gain a bond. They talk to each other at least, feeling the the connection towards Naruto, you know. Naruto's just sitting there eating Ichiraku ramen. He's just like eating it up, and then Karen challenges Hinata to an eating contest, and Naruto's like, "Good luck." And right away, Ichiraku goes, "Oh, contest, alright." And so Karen challenges Hinata, and she dramatically loses. Hinata smiles, and she gets actually the top pick, beating everyone getting the most ramen. And so from there, what ends up happening is Naruto carries Karen because she's actually knocked up by the food, and he drops Hinata off back to her house and gives her a kiss on the cheek. And Hinata blushes, but she tells Naruto, "I actually had a good time with you two, and I don't mind if Karen comes again and hangs out with us, you know. In my clan, that's normal for people to do that, so I'll respect that, Naruto." Naruto goes, "That's not my intention, Hinata. My goal and focus is only you." But Hinata goes, "I know, I understand, Naruto." And she puts her hand on Naruto's head and tells him, "But I don't mind. You're awesome, and you're enough for this world." Naruto smiles, his face goes red, and as this happens, Karen kind of wakes up from her food coma. She goes, "Where am I?" Naruto goes, "Oh, we're dropping Hinata home." And what happens is, when Karen sees Naruto's hand on Hinata's face, she goes, I'm being carried, I'm fine." Naruto goes, "Well, I'll see you again soon, okay, Hinata?" Goes, "Alright, Naruto." And Karen's like, "Bye, Hinata." And so later, Karen. Naruto goes, takes Karen back to her house, and Karen goes, "Am I gonna get one of those long moments and kisses and stuff like that?" Naruto's actually, he's like, and then Karen leans over and gives Naruto a kiss and goes, "I'll make the move then." She kisses Naruto on the cheeks. "Thank you for the dinner, Naruto, and I'll see you later, eh?" And yes, there's no competition between me and Hinata. We can share you. Naruto's face massively goes red, and he's confused about the whole entire situation. Naruto goes home and sleeps it off and wakes up, and he hears a banging at the door. And as Naruto opens the door, he's like, "Huh?" What ends up happening is Sasuke and Sakura, and they're like, "Naruto Uzumaki, where have you been?" Naruto's like, "I just woke up." And they go, "Well, Kakashi Sensei is waiting for us." "Waiting for us where?" "At the training arena, Naruto. This is when we destroy Kakashi the second time. Well, this time Sasuke's here." Naruto's like, "Sasuke?" And Sasuke goes, hey Naruto." And he goes, "Did you get much stronger?" And Naruto goes, "Not as much as I hope, but I mastered that new form that me and Kurama made in the future." And Sasuke goes, "Wait, that form that almost destroyed everything?" And Naruto goes, "Yeah, I can stay in that form indefinitely now. Me and Kurama's chakra, and I actually combine it with all the other Tail Beast chakra. Yeah, my power supersedes the Ten Tails powers, to be honest." And Sasuke's eyes open up dramatically, like, "What?" Naruto goes, "Yeah, but it's too dangerous to use in a village. I'll probably end up destroying it using majority of my chakra, but I won't die. But I've been practicing this ability against Ishiki, preparing myself." And Sasuke goes, "Speaking about Ishiki, I've actually gained wind of Kara. And not only that, because my brother Itachi now is out of hiding and is a part of the village, it's gonna be time soon when we actually dismantle the entire route and everything like that. But we need to wait for Jiraiya's coronation first to do so. The third Hokage doesn't want to do this a part of his term, and at first I didn't like it, but Itachi told me to shut up and wait till Jiraiya became Hokage, and so Jiraiya can rule it." Naruto goes, "That's a fair idea." And he goes, "What happened to you anyway?" Naruto goes, "I went on a date last night." And Sakura goes, "Oh, was it great? How was the date with you and Hinata?" And Naruto goes, "It was good." then what I also had cut in there, and Sasuke goes, cut in? You had cut in there with you too? And Sakura looks at Sasuke like, you feeling jealous, Sasuke? And Sasuke goes, no, not at all, no way. I'm so glad to be rid of her. And Sakura smiles, and she goes, and she slaps Sasuke, don't forget, she's the one who helped birth our daughter in the future. And Sasuke goes, I haven't, come on, damn. And Naruto smiles and goes, yeah, looks like going down a different path this time. And Sasuke smiles, he looms onto Sasuke and Naruto and goes, and what is happening with you, Naruto? Naruto's saying, nothing. Hold on, let me get ready. Naruto gets ready and they all rush off to meet Kakashi. And what happens is Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura goes, should we race there? Naruto goes, alright then, I'll meet you guys there, so let me put my shoes on. Sasuke and Sakura speed blizzard there. Naruto laughs, these guys think they're faster than me. Naruto puts his shoes on, he closes his door, locks it, instantly disappears. And the moment Naruto body flickers so fast that he appears at the training grounds. The moment Sasuke and Sakura get there, they notice Naruto is right there, and they're like, how did you... Nah, you used the flying Raijin, right? Naruto goes, no, my body flicker is just much more faster than your guys' movements. And so as they're all sitting there as a team talking around, Kakashi appears, and Kakashi goes, welcome team. And no, we're not going to do the damn bell test again, no bloody way, okay? Yes, I'm immortal, yes, we're all immortal, but no. And Naruto goes, then what are we going to do? Well, I've appraised the Kazekage upon what's going to happen with the Akatsuki. They didn't substantially have already been taken, but I'm unsure if the Akatsuki will move against them anyway. So what ends up going down is Naruto goes, so we're getting ready to leave the village? He goes, yes, we're still going to be vigilant because the head of the Sand Village did notice Akatsuki moving at the borders. So Naruto goes, alright then, are we ready Team 7? And he goes, yes, but wait for Jiraiya's inauguration, okay idiot? And Naruto, alright then. So as their team and everyone prepares for the inauguration of Jiraiya, this is where I'm going to leave this one off, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can get my first get my new content, and of course follow me, okay guys? But thank you guys for all joining my stream and my videos, and I hope you guys all have a good day, okay? But as usual guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.